Good morning, my dear students of grade 8. Today, inshallah, we're going to complete our poetry session, our previous poetry session, which is Bed in Summer. The poem's name is Bed in Summer. Bed in Summer. Previous session, we had two stanzas, the first two stanzas. But in this session, inshallah, we're going to have stanza 3. Let's read the full poem. In winter, I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way. I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. These were the first two stanzas that we had in the previous session. And now we have stanza 3, which says, and does it not seem hard to you when all the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play to have to go to bed by day? This is stanza 3. Okay, as we mentioned before, that the poet here is explaining that he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature, so he is so furious that he doesn't see the sunset or the sunrise. In winter, he gets up so early, so he doesn't see the sunrise. And in summer, he goes to bed so early, so he doesn't see the sunset. So he came to the conclusion that he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature. So he completes saying that doesn't it seem hard to you? Isn't it hard on you to see the skies full of clear clouds, and the sky is so pretty and blue, and he likes so much to go and play outside, but he has to go to bed by day. And as we mentioned before, by day means so early when the day is still on, when there is no night. It's only a day, the lights of the day, the daylight. So he says that it's so hard on him. And he asks you also, isn't it hard on you to see all this beauty of the nature? And you want to go and enjoy it, but you can't, just because you have to go to bed by day, or you have to go to bed early. So poem Bed in Summer, it has only 3 stanzas. And today we had the last stanza. Let's extract figures of speech of stanza 3. Does it not seem hard to you? Do we have alliteration, consonants, contrast, personification? Half a minute to think. Nothing, okay. When all the sky is clear and blue. Half a minute to think. No, we don't have any figure of speech here. And I should like so much to play. Half a minute to think. Nothing, to have to go to bed by day. We have something here. We have bed and by, as we mentioned before in the first stanza. Bed and by, they have the same beginning sound. It's not the same ending sound. It's the same beginning sound, like b and ba. Bed and by. The same beginning sound, so we call this alliteration. Alliteration. When we have two words that have the same beginning sound in the same line, we call this alliteration, like bed and by. As I mentioned before, that alliteration doesn't include the same beginning letter. No, it includes the same beginning sound. Like I have night and knife, night and knife. They have the same beginning sound, but not the same beginning letter. So I consider them alliteration. Although this starts with K, night, and night starts with N, I consider them alliteration because they have the same beginning sound. We have another thing which is contrast. Contrast. Do you have the word? No, we don't have contrast. Sorry, we don't have contrast because we have only day. I thought that we have day and night, but no, we have only day. But here we have night in stanza 1 and day, so they are opposites, so we call this contrast. Okay, what's the rhyme scheme of stanza 3? Let's start with stanza 1. In winter, I get up at night, night and light AA. Night and light AA. Way and day, BB, C, tree, CC, feet, street, AA, U, blue, EE, way and day, BB, and that's it. Now we are going to have figures of speech. We're going to have a revision on figures of speech that we have had before in the previous session. So let's start with alliteration. What does it mean, alliteration? I've just said that alliteration means the same beginning sound between two words in the same line. They must be in the same line. Like beda and by, they were in the same line in stanza 1 or stanza 3. So it must be in the same line. You cannot give me two words in different lines and tell me this is alliteration. No, this is not alliteration. Alliteration means the same beginning sound between two words in the same line. What about consonants? It's not written here, but consonants is the opposite of alliteration. It's the same ending sound between two words in the same line. The same ending sound between two words in the same line. This is consonants. Like or here, they have the same ending sound. And as I mentioned before, it's not the same ending letter, it's the same ending sound. So or and here, they ends with the end with the same sound, not only letter, but we don't consider letters. We consider only sounds. Personification is to describe something as if it's a human. To describe something as if it's a human. Like when I tell you the sky is dancing, the flower is dancing, the tree is smiling. Here I describe non-living things as if they are humans. I call this personification. So you would extract the line and write the sky is smiling, it's personification. The poet here describes the sky as if it's a human smiling. What about metaphor and simile? They are both somehow the same. To make a comparison between two things without using such or as or like, and one of them is comparison between two things or describing something as if it's another thing, but with using like or as. Just focus here, please. If I have told you that you are shining, I here described you as the sun without actually telling you that you are like the sun. When you hear the word or the sentence, you recognize that I tell you that you are like the sun without actually saying that you are like the sun. So I said, you are shining. This is a metaphor. I described you as the sun without using like or as. I just said you're shining. Maybe the sun or the star, both are correct. What about simile? Is to describe something as if it's another thing with actually using like or as. For example, her lips are so red they are like the flower. I described her lips as the flower without with using like or as. This is the simile. Can you please look at the screen? This one, Ali, is like a brother to me. This is a simile. You made a comparison or you described something as if it's another thing with actually using like. Ali is like a brother to me. Ahmed is as brave as a lion. He used as, so he described Ahmed as the lion with actually using as. Let's look here. The camel is the ship of the desert. He describes the camel as if it's the ship without actually using like or as. This is metaphor and this is simile. What about if I have two opposites? If I have two opposites, I consider it as contrasts. Contrasts. So today we had alliteration, personification, metaphor, simile, consonants, and contrast. So here we go back to this one. Here we go back to Bed in Summer, our first poem of year 8. I just want you to look here and search for contrast. I need you to search for contrast towards our opposites, and you have half a minute. You have half a minute. Yes, you can find it here. We have day and night. They are opposites, so I say this contrast. Do you have any other contrasts? Let's search together. No, no, no. Okay, I need to ask you, what does it mean going past me in the street? Still going past me in the street. What does it mean? It means that they are passing by him. They are passing by him. They are passing near to him. They are passing near to him. I need consonants. Can you please extract one consonant? One consonant, please. I found here or and here. They are the same ending sound, so I consider them consonants. What about at and night? They are consonants also because they have the same ending sound. They have the same ending sound. Do you have personification? Do you have personification? Yes, we have personification. You have half a minute to think. You have half a minute to think. We have hoping. The birds still hoping on the tree. Hoping personification as we describe the birds as if they are humans jumping on the tree. And here we come to the end of our session. See you next session, inshallah, and study well our first poem.